KE0LTG monitoring.
Good evening, and welcome to the Ozark Amateur Radio Society 2-meter net. This is W0ZAC Whiskey 0 Zulu Alpha Charlie, net control for tonight's net. My name is Zach, Zulu Alpha Charlie Hotel, and I'm located in Mount Vernon. This net meets every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. local time on the W0 OAR repeater at a frequency of 146.97 with a negative offset and PL tone of 162.2 Hz. This net is also available on NetLogger for all who wish to check in early. This is an informal, directed net, but it can be interrupted at any time if there is emergency traffic. If there's any emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Nothing heard. I'll now make a few announcements of interest to amateur radio. The Ozark Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of each month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette. The meeting begins at 7 p.m., but you're welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation before the meeting. Individuals pay for their own meal, but of course you don't have to eat to attend the meeting. All are welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. More to follow. The next meeting will be this coming Saturday, November 12th, and we'll be discussing plans for the OARS Christmas party and taking nominations for 2023 club officers. Also on November 12th is the Nixa Amateur Radio Club's Ham Fest. Hours are 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., and the event will be located at the Barn House, 5484 West Sunshine Street in Brookline. More to follow. Plans are in the works for the first annual New Year's Eve net. This will be a multi-club event hopping between multiple repeaters and net control stations all evening until we welcome in 2023 at midnight. It will be a fun night for hams all around southwest Missouri to join in. Multiple check-ins and rag chews are encouraged, and all the fun will be streamed on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel and the SMARC Facebook page. And one last mention, this net is now streamed on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel. So if you missed part of the net or you want to see how you sound on the air, go to 59radio.com and you'll find a link to the YouTube channel. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Okay, nothing heard. I'll now begin taking check-ins. When you check in, please space your calls, give your call sign phonetically, then the regular way, with your name and location. Check-ins will be acknowledged, and then comments or announcements will be invited from each station. We will begin with a few NetLogger check-ins, of which there are 3. We'll start at the top of the NetLogger list with KA0SPM. Steve, how are you this evening?
Doing well, Zach. Good to hear you on the net this evening. Hopefully everybody enjoys it as I know we will. And looking forward to seeing you Saturday at the Ham Fest and maybe the meeting. So And like I said, very good to hear you, and thanks for running that. Back to you, A0SPM.
Alrighty, Steve. Well, thanks for checking in. Good to hear from you, and looking forward to seeing you Saturday as well, and hopefully you can make it on over to the Happy House for the meeting afterwards. Thanks again for checking in, Steve. We'll say 7-3 and skip down to the next NetLogger check-in, or check-in by proxy, we'll say, AE0OC. Wes is a little under the weather tonight, so he is running the live stream, and he's monitoring the AIM window on NetLogger. So everybody wave a hand to Wes and think good thoughts about him. Hopefully he gets over his illness quickly and without much discomfort. So hang in there, Wes. We're thinking about you. We'll jump on down to the next NetLogger check-in. Kilo Echo 6 Golf Alpha Echo. David, how are you this evening?
No, we're doing pretty good, Zach. Thanks for running the net. Hopefully I can get in the repeater. Do you hear me? Don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. My receive, not with the antenna I've got, not picking up, but I definitely want to start getting into your guys' nets more. We'll pass it back to net control. K6G.
Alrighty, David. Well, we appreciate you checking in there. Yeah, we're here every Tuesday night at 7. Your signal was coming in pretty good. A little scratchy, but totally readable, so no problem getting in there. Appreciate you being here. Look forward to hearing from you again next Tuesday night at 7, and maybe we'll bump into you Saturday at the Hamfest. 73, David. We'll move on down the list to N0MLP. Marvin, how are you this evening?
Well, Zach, we're doing pretty good tonight. Hope everybody else is. I know a little bit about how Wes is feeling. The last 3 days or so, I've been hitting the head pretty hard with some sinus stuff, so been a little bit miserable, but starting to get over it now, so hopefully Wes will start feeling better soon. But I hope everybody else is doing good, and glad to hear everybody out there, and I guess I'll just pass it back to you, Zach. Appreciate you running the net. Thank you.
Alrighty, Marvin. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear from you, as always. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling a little better there. We hope Wes gets over it soon. I had it last weekend. Ran a fever for about 24 hours, Saturday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. That was no fun. So, you going to be at the Hamfest Saturday, Marvin?
Yeah, we plan on being there, and yeah, I had a little fever too there, but mine was off and on, so I don't know what it is, but it's nasty. But yeah, we plan to be there at the Hamfest.
Very good. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for checking in, Marvin, and we'll say 73 and go on down the list to our last NetLogger check-in, Kilo Delta Zero Hotel Lima Victor. Mike, how are you this evening?
We're doing real good there. This is my first time on your net. Richard was telling me about, and Bob, I believe it was, but everything's going good here.
All right, Mike. Well, you got a great signal getting into the repeater. Sounds nice and clean. We're here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and look forward to hearing from you again.
Okay. KD0, HLV clear.
All right, thanks for the check-in, Mike. We'll say 7-3, and that is our last NetLogger check-in. So we will now begin taking over the air check-ins. We'll start with short-time, low-power, or mobile stations. Please call now. Whiskey 0, Zulu Alpha Charlie.
Kilo Echo 0, November Hotel Lima, KE0 NHL, Heather and Clever, short time.
KE0LTG, Aurora.
November 5, Whiskey Tango Charlie, N5WTC, Clay and P Ridge. Short time, please.
Alrighty, we'll stop it right there and circle back to the top of the list with KE0NHL. Heather, how are you this evening?
I am doing okay so far. Just kind of getting settled in for the night, and got to get a shower tonight so I can be ready for work in the morning. Other than that, not too much. Just getting stuff settled down here.
Well, very good. Thanks for checking in, Heather. You're sounding good. Getting into the new repeater with no problems. How's it sounding over your way?
Sounding beautiful down here. And I never have had problems getting in the 9.7, so glad I'm still able to get into it with the new location up there.
Yep, sounds like you're doing it with no problem. Good copy on you. Well, Heather, thanks for checking in tonight. Always a pleasure to have you. We'll be here next week at 7 p.m. We'll say 7-3 and go on down the list to Kilo Echo 0 Lima Tango Golf. Lawrence, how are you this evening?
Well, you're having a good net tonight. I had a Tuesday night open, so I thought I'd jump in and see what was going on, but it sounds like everything's going great with the net. I had ordered 3 cloning cables for Baofeng radios from Amazon. I had to return all 3, even though they was from different manufacturers or 2 different manufacturers. So when I got on the internet, which Chirp still works well to program Baofeng, but the cloning cable radio to radio, I guess is not being made anymore, and then the internet said there's a lot of counterfeit cloning cables out there. So I let some of the ones know that it is problematic to get a radio to radio cloning cable on a Baofeng radio.
Alrighty, well, thank you for that update. And good to hear you in there, Lawrence. We don't get to catch you on many of the Tuesday night nets. Are you planning to make it over to the Ham Fest on Saturday?
Well, not at this time. I do plan to make it to our club meeting there at the Happy House. Of course, the weather is supposed to become colder, more rainy that night, so we'll have to be dressed for the weather and prepared. So I do hope to make the club meeting, but I don't think I'll be able to make the Ham Fest. So anyway, that's about all I have. I thought I'd just say 73 and let some of the others visit. This is KE0LTG, Claire.
Very good, Lawrence. Well, we appreciate you checking in tonight. Hope we hear from you again next Tuesday, and we'll get to see you at the meeting on Saturday evening. We'll jump on down the list to November 5, Whiskey Tango Charlie. Clay, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Everything's good down here. I just wanted to jump in there and let you know how good your repeater sounds there. You got you about 20 over down here in P Ridge, so excellent coverage there. And also, I heard you earlier talking about the Ham Fest. Would you talk about that a little bit more, when and where? And I believe it's this coming Saturday, if I got all the information correct, 10-5 WTC.
Yeah, you betcha, Clay. No problem at all. Thank you for the good signal report. And you're sounding pretty darn good yourself. A little bit of static on the signal, but no problem with the copy. Sounds great. Going back to that Hamfest announcement, let me find it here. Here we go. The Nixa Amateur Radio Club Hamfest this coming Saturday. That would be the 12th. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. and the event runs until 1 p.m. The location is the Barn House at 5484 West Sunshine Street, Brookline, Missouri. So that would be on Sunshine, just east of the James River Expressway overpass.
All right. Thank you for all that good information. I got 5484 West Sunshine, Brookline, Missouri, 8:30 to 1 p.m. on Saturday.
Roger, roger. Hope we can see you there, Clay.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and make it up there. I'm looking forward to it. So, all right. I'll give it back to you there. Thank you very much. N5WTC.
All right, very good. Appreciate the check-in, Clay. And don't forget, we're here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. We'd love to hear from you again, and hopefully we can bump into you on Saturday as well. We'll say 73 to Clay, and that takes us down to the bottom of the list. So we'll open it up again for any over-the-air check-ins. Please call now, W0ZAC.
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike, KAZRM, Bob and Aurora.
I'm WB9YTG Aurora.
Kilo Echo Zero, Mike, Alpha Delta, K0MAD, Sean and Aurora.
K0 RWD, Kilo Zero, Ron in Cassville.
Okay, we'll hold her up right there. I heard 5, and I copied 3. The first station was KA0RM. The second station sounded like doubled with Bob there. That second station, would you please call again?
YTG Aurora.
One more time, I missed it. I copied W5YTG.
WB9YTG.
Alright, let's see if I got it. Was it Whiskey Bravo 9 Yankee Tango Golf?
It was me.
Alrighty, and there was one more in there. It was the last one of the group that I did not copy. It was a pretty light signal. Let's try it one more time. I believe the last letter was Z.
Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Mike, Zed, David, Springfield.
Okay, we got you that time. Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Mike Z. Well, let's jump back up to the top of the list, and we'll work our way through. Going back to KA0RM. Bob, how are you this evening?
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike. We're doing good there. Yeah, that Arkansas station down there, why, boy, I'll tell you what, that's about the furthest we've had checking in down there. That's great. Yeah, David up there, he was really scratchy on me here from Springfield there, but the last time, why, he did get the letters all out there where you could understand them there. Yep, got the Ham Fest coming up. Tables are all sold out, so I guess don't make any difference to tell you when the vendors had opened up. Like I said, the doors at 8:30, but the vendors they're earlier. But tables are all sold out. Hopefully, I'll see y'all there. And then club meeting there the 12th, the Saturday evening. We got nomination officers like Zach said, and also I want to get a Ham Fest committee going. So we got quite a few things to cover on that situation there. So we'll look for y'all then. So, and then like I said, I think Friday night was down about 20 degrees. So you put your long johns on there. It's going to be chilly there. And that's about it there, Zach. We'll catch you later. KA0RM.
All righty, Bob. Thanks for the check-in and the updates there. Yeah, get your long handles ready. Gonna have some cold nights rolling in on us. Of course, it is about that time of year, isn't it? 7-3, Bob. Thanks for checking in. We'll jump on down the list to Kilo Echo Zero, Mike Alpha Delta. Sean, how are you this evening? All right, nothing from Sean. Maybe he got pulled away. We'll circle back to him in a moment. Next up is K0RWD. Ron, how are you doing?
Well, everything's pretty good. It's trying to get some of these leaves in and getting some other stuff. Had a beautiful day down here, and but I don't think it'll last forever. Doing a little work and getting some stuff actually done for a change. But other than that, everything is going great. I finally got to where I could talk. Just about all I have. Put it back to net control, K0RWD.
All right, Ron. Well, thanks for checking in, and we're all sure glad you can talk. You planning on being at the Hamfest Saturday?
Up in the air. I want to, but I'm not sure I can make it.
Okay, well, we hope you can get your schedule clear and swing by and say hello. If nothing else, we'll catch you at the meeting that night. Thanks for checking in, Ron. We'll say 7-3 and jump down the list to our next check-in, Whiskey Bravo 9, Yankee Tango Golf. Tom, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. I finally remembered to check into the net. Having done all that, I can't think of anything to add. WB9, YTG in Aurora.
Very good, Tom. Good to hear from you tonight. And don't forget, we're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Look forward to hearing from you next week. And are you going to make it to the Nixa Hamfest on Saturday?
I believe so. I'll give it a try.
Alrighty, Tom. Well, maybe we'll bump into you if you make it. Thanks for checking in tonight. We'll say 7-3 for now and jump down to our next check-in, Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Mike Zed. David, how are you this evening? Okay, David, thanks for checking in tonight. Yeah, a pretty poor signal. Had a lot of static behind you. I could pull you out there, but it was awfully noisy. I think I copied that you mentioned you had been under the weather as well. I'm glad to hear that you're back out of it there. Thanks again, David, for checking in. We'll say 73 to Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Mike Zulu, and let's jump back up the list to Sean. See if he's back with us. KE0MAD. Sean, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. I didn't hear that you got me earlier. I got on the phone there anyway. Yep, sitting here in the recliner on the HT, answering phones, problems at work, so I probably better get off of here. Thanks for doing that. KE0MAD.
Alrighty, Sean. Yeah, thanks for checking in tonight. Hopefully we can catch you this weekend if you're at the Ham Fest or the meeting, one or the other. I look forward to seeing you. If not, we'll catch you on the air some other time. Thanks for the check-in. We'll say 73 to Sean. And I noticed we had another lurker out there in Netlogger land, K0GUN. Gordon, if you're still out there, come on in. How about it, Gordon? Kilo Zero Golf Uniform November. Are you still out there? Alrighty, he must have moved on. Well, that brings us to the bottom of the list. We'll open it up for check-ins one more time. Are there any check-ins for the OARSnet? Please call now. Whiskey Zero Zulu Alpha Charlie.
KZRM recheck.
I had a recheck from KA0RM, and there might have been another station that doubled there. If there's another station, try it again. Okay, that was a pretty weak signal and a lot of static behind it. I copied Kilo Zero. Come to me again with the suffix phonetically, please. No copy, no copy. I did get Kilo Zero Lima. Give me the entire suffix phonetically a few times in a row. Okay, I think I got it. How about Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Foxtrot? Okay, got you in there, Charles. Pretty poor copy. Barely able to copy anything at all, but you are getting into the repeater. We'll keep this one short. Thanks for checking in tonight. We're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You're welcome to try her again next week, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Okay, we'll bring it back up to KA0RM, Bob, with a recheck.
Yeah, Zach, Mike Zed, I think it was you had on there. You couldn't hardly get him on 9.7, but I had a good copy on him on reverse.
Well, that's interesting.
It was really static on 9.7, but I went on reverse, and he was clear as it could be.
Alrighty, well, thank you for that. That puts us at the bottom of the list. We'll ask again if there are any more check-ins for the OARSnet. Please call now, W0ZAC.
This is William Baker 0, November Tango Zulu, WB0, MTZ, Dave and Oliver.
Alrighty, we got one more. Whiskey Bravo 0, November Tango Zulu. Dave, how are you this evening?
thank you. Just thought we'd check in on the net. Repeater's working pretty good since all the upgrades. Sounding good up this way.
Well, very good. Thanks for the good report. Appreciate you checking in with us tonight. And don't forget, we're here every Tuesday evening at 7. Be great to hear from you again next week. Dave, are you planning to make it to Springfield on Saturday?
Yeah, I sure am. I enjoyed going last year. And looking forward again to it Saturday. Just have to wrap up a little bit warmer. So, anyway, definitely looking forward to it.
Well, very good. Hopefully we can bump into you over there. I plan on spending my whole day there if I can, and I sure intend to make that happen. So hopefully we can see you there, and it turns out to be a good day. Well, Dave, thanks for checking in tonight. We'll say 73 for now, and we're back at the bottom of the list. We currently have 16 check-ins. We need one more to tie our record from last week, and 2 more to break it. So if anybody's lurking out there, now's the time to check in. Any check-ins for the OARS net, please call now, W0ZAC.
Kilo Echo Zero, Delta Golf Bravo. Jim in Springfield.
All right, we got one more we haven't heard from in a while. KE0DGB. Jim, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. Bob, Bob was worried about me, and then he said, we got to do repeater setup, so I had to get on and see what it sounded like, and it sounds like it's doing great. How you been doing, Zach?
Doing good, Jimmy. Haven't heard from you in a while. Glad you're doing good there. Everything going okay at home?
Yep, I can't complain. I can't complain at all, Zach. Just good to hear everybody. Everybody's sounding great, just like they ought to.
Very good. Yep, you're sounding good yourself, just like you're right here in the room with me. Are we going to get to see you at the Hamfest on Saturday?
I'm planning on being there. So more than likely anyway, Zach.
Good deal. Well, hopefully we get to see you there, and it turns out to be a good day for everybody. Jim, thanks for checking in. We'll say 73 to you, and remind you we're here every Tuesday night at 7. Feel free to check in. We're back at the bottom of the list. We just met the record with 17 check-ins. If we can get one more check-in, we'll be setting a new record. Any check-ins for the OARS net, please call now, W0ZAC. Check-ins for the OARS net. Any check-ins, please call now, W0ZAC. Oh, come on, I'd really like to break this record. Somebody's out there listening. Come on now. Any check-ins for the OARS net, W0ZAC.
Everything out of mail tonight.
That N0 UDS, you out there?
In her chair sleeping.
Well, if it's any kind of a consolation prize, that LAF in Republic was on an HT, Zach. I don't know if you heard that, so that was pretty good. K0MAD.
Yeah, I did copy. That was on an HT. It's pretty remarkable to get in there. It was a pretty rough signal, but made it nonetheless. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to settle for 17 and tie in the record this evening. We will call that a net. And if you give me a second to get my script back in front of me. Tonight we had a total of 17 check-ins, including myself. Thanks to all stations who checked in this evening. We look forward to hearing from you again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. local time. I'll now close this net and return the repeater to regular amateur radio use. 73, Whiskey 0, Zulu Alpha Charlie. Clear.
Thank you.